Hello once again, this is Pikachu Girl, and now you can either watch this video or you can turn back now, because I'm about to say my top 8 scariest creepypastas that I have read. Now, I am saying that these are very creepy, and if you don't agree with me, that is fine. If you think I've missed one out, just say it in the comments and I'll see if I can make a creepypasta video, So, number 8, God's Mouth. Now, I read this and this scared me. The story of a young man and his girlfriend go into a cave labelled God's Mouth. Despite the warnings, they decided to go in anyway. Deeper and deeper into the cave they go, until the one man feels a warm wall. He lets go of the woman's hand, and she goes deeper and deeper into the cave. Eventually, he loses her. Shouting her name, he cannot find her, so he decides to accept his fate of gonna die. He is surrounded by 4 walls, until the last blitter battery of his camera shows red walls crushing him, making God's mouth of his last victim. Number 7, Suicide Mouse. Now, the story goes that Walt Disney one time lost his sanity. He became insane and used one of his best characters, Mickey Mouse, to make something very, very disturbing. The video goes, you see Mickey slumbering down, just with 4 houses behind him looping. You see him doing this for quite a while, until the video starts getting corrupted, but we don't know what by. But then it gets more, and then until it blacks out for 4 whole minutes. I know, not very scary, but it doesn't matter. Then, when he returns, you hear death's curling scream from a young woman, screaming, and the houses become more distorted, and the bangs on the keyboard on the piano become more sinister. With a smirk on his face, the video ends. But it is said that when the episode ends, you'll hear a voice saying, I can't remember, but say something about death. Number 6, SmileDog.jpg. The story goes that a man wanted to interview a woman about what she found, but he couldn't interview her since she locked herself in her room. So, and after 1 week, she committed suicide, leaving a simple disc saying "Smile." He checks it out to find a weird image of a dog with a creepy smile on its face. It is said, if you do not pass on the word, your nightmares become sinister and sinister. And if you don't pass on the word within 3 days, it'll become more demonic. A more demonic smile dog. Number 5, username 666. Story goes, if you type in 666 on the YouTube and keep refreshing the page, it is said the background goes hellish. But it also says that there used to be a username 666, but used to contain viruses. Look at it at your own risk, but once you've clicked on a video of 666, you can't go back. Hang on, guys, sorry. Alright, number 4, sorry. Jeff the Killer. You're thinking, whoa, Jeff the Killer? Jesus, he needs to be higher. Cool your beans, okay? Jeez. Right. Jeff the Killer. A young boy known as Jeff and Louie moved with his parents to a new neighbourhood. Jeff and Louie were going to catch the bus when these 3 teenagers came over and attacked them. Jeff retaliated and hurt them back and got satisfaction off it. His mum that day also said that he got invited to a party, but when he did, the teenagers turned up, putting gasoline all over Jeff and setting him on fire, and then putting bleach over him. He wakes up at the hospital with bandages all over his face. Taking them off, turns out he had the whitest face ever. When he got home though, he carved a massive smile in his face and burning off his eyelids. After going insane, he killed his mum and dad and ended up killing Louis as well. And he always said one thing before he killed you: go to sleep. Number 3, Slender Man. Now again, whoa, calm down. Slender Man is awesome, but meh. The story goes that Slender Man, years ago, appeared in a black and white picture of a ton of children at a playground, with an ominous figure at the background. A thin man with tentacles, with long arms and a blank face. People say if you try and record him, it would go static from once you look at him. But the legend also says that if you get taken by Slender Man, you'll end up in purgatory for the rest of your life, being tortured by him, or you get killed on the spot. But he's more interested in children than anything else. But if he gets a chance, he also gets adults as well. Number 2, Candle Cove. Now, Candle Cove is basically an audio thing where people are talking about in their childhood they watched a scary thing called Candle Cove. But parents say all they did was watch static for half an hour, and the programme started at 4. It is to say that it's one of the most weirdest things ever shown, especially when people say of the screaming episode, when all the characters did was scream, scream and scream, and all the young girl did was cry. But in one of the episodes it's said to say that the little girl asked the skin taker, "Why do you have them teeth?" He turns to the camera and says, "To grind your skin." But my number 1 best favourite creepypasta is My Little Pony, Cupcakes. Now you're going to think to yourself, Cupcakes? Really? And I'm saying yes, very really. Now Cupcakes is a story that makes Pinkie Pie a serial killer, poisoning her best friend Rainbow Dash and taking her down to the cellar, saying life is a party. But also, Pinkie Pie has a costume made out of cutie marks, horns and wings. She tortures Rainbow Dash by shoving nails into her hooves and electrocuting her, cutting off her wings and tearing them off, scraping off her cutie mark, until finally making half her body paralysed, opening her up and taking out all her insides apart from her heart and lungs. But then Pinkie Pie decides to end her misery by putting a slit right through her throat. But then Pinkie Pie, as messed up as she gets, sews Rainbow Dash back up, stuffing her, keeping her forever. Now I would say that those are the top 8 scariest creepypastas, but it's not my thing to say, it's yours. So you can either write in the comments what I've done wrong, or you can smash that like button if you want to, and even subscribe. So I shall see you later, people. Beep.